Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve my high puff. And a high puff is probably one of the easiest styles that any natural can do, whether your hair is short, medium, long. Like especially if your hair is short, it makes your hair look like it's long enough to get in a ponytail, because I was wearing high puffs probably a couple months after I big chopped, and I couldn't get a regular ponytail, but I can get my hair up into a high puff. So it's really like the simplest, quickest, easiest style that you can do when you're natural. And it's so like convenient, because you can literally put your hair up in a high puff after a wash and go, after an old twist style, or after any type of style. So I'm going to show you guys how I achieve my high puff, because I feel like it's an easy style that everyone knows how to do, but I work in retail and I wear my high puff a lot, and when I'm at the register I always get people coming up to me like, oh my gosh, I love your hair, like how do you get it up like that? And so I'm just going to make a video just to show you guys how I achieve my high puff. So before you put it up, you want to make sure your hair is nice and moisturized. So the first product I'm going to be using in my hair is Amla Combing Cream. So I'm just going to put that all in my hair, and I'm just going to add a lot because I have a lot of hair, and I just want to make sure that I pretty much have the product on all of my hair. Then I'm just going to do the same thing with my olive oil. I'm going to work that all up in my hair and make sure it's nice and moisturized. And the next product I'm going to use is Eco Styler, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that in a second. So I grab my brush, and I'm using a hard brush because I feel like it lays your hair down better when the bristles are hard. So I'm just going to stick my hand in that Eco Styler and then just put it all on like the edges of my hair, because I'm going to take that brush and we're going to lay it all down. But before we do that, we just want to make sure we have Eco Styler all around like the perimeter of your hair. So I'm using my hard bristle brush and my detangling brush just to make sure the curls around the perimeter are really like smoothed out, because you want to get that perimeter nice and flat when it goes up into the high puff. Now that I feel the perimeter is nice and flat, I'm just going to take a shoelace, any shoelace, an old shoelace out of a shoe that you don't wear, that you don't care about, anything like that. So I'm just going to put the shoelace around the back of my hair. So I take the two ends and hold them in my hands, and then I cross them in the front of my head. And once I've crossed them, I kind of like just push up the shoelace on like the perimeter of my hair so I can get over the hump like on my head, because if you try to pull from right there, it won't have anything to slide over, and it won't have anything to pull. So I kind of do that part and pull it over the hump, and then once I get it over that hump, I just take the shoelaces and I just pull to make it tighter. So when you get to this part, you can make your puff as big as you want or as small as you want. If you make it tighter, that'll make it smaller. If you keep it not so tight, it'll make it bigger. So I like mine about this size. So I take those two laces and then I just tie them in the back. Once it's tied, I just take those ends and I tuck them in the front. Just tuck it under itself, under the lace in the front. And that's pretty much it for creating the puff. So then I just take my hands and I just pick it out just to make it bigger, because the bigger the puff, the better. And yeah, just keep playing with it just to get to how big I want it to be. Now that we have the hair up, it's time to get those edges laid. So I take my raggedy toothbrush that I use for my edges and I dip it in the gel, and then I just lay the baby hairs. So just naturally lay your baby hairs. Don't force them. Just brush them in like a natural way. Don't go out the house looking like you just took a long piece of your hair and laid it to your forehead, and don't tell them I sent you to do that. Okay, so just naturally lay your baby hairs, and that's it for the baby hairs. Yeah, get them sideburns. I feel like just hair like on your face, I don't know, it just adds something. It adds something like to your face, because when it's just all slicked back, it's just like blah. So I just did that on both sides, and then I decided to take a piece out. I haven't done that in a while because I feel like my hair is too long for it. I feel like it looks better when it's like a short little piece on the side, but it actually worked. So I just wrapped it around my finger and gave it a little curl, a little twirl. So then it's like a little curl on the side. So I'm just fluffing it out a little bit more. And yeah, I just love half puffs because I'm going to show you in a second, like scrunchies are very small. And I have small hands, so think about it. You're trying to grip all your hair in your hands, so it's like all that has to fit in that little scrunchie. Whereas with the high puff, you can just get like a lot of space, it's just like a lot more space. Like as I'm showing you right now, like my puff is this wide, and a scrunchie is tiny. And whenever I try to put my hair in a scrunchie, I just can't get my edges laid flat, because like the perimeter of my hair laid flat, because it gets so puffy, because trying to use both hands to grab it all up, and then I don't know, it's just a mess. It's puffy around the perimeter, it doesn't lay flat, and then it makes your hair look shorter in my opinion. So high puff for the win. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.